So,
Yeah,
yeah. So, welcome everyone. So, today I have Mr. Suresh Kumar with us, who is a really great experienced guy in front-end development. So, he will teach us all the HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React in the entire classes, in that entire courses. So, welcome, Mr. Suresh Kumar, and thank you very much for giving us the opportunity. Okay, so yeah, you can
yeah.
please
Thank you,
introduce yourself.
Pranadip. So regarding myself, my name is Suresh Kumar. So I want to train you regarding HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and as well as React JS. Okay. So here I want to discuss about today. So what exactly we have to discuss? So like what exactly that course would be. Okay. So before that, just I will write my name. So my name is Suresh Kumar. So you can call me Suresh. So next time onwards, if you want to any ask doubts and these things. Yeah, so I have good experience with the UI technologies and as well as Java. Okay, but coming to the course, so we will discuss about HTML, CSS, and HTML5 features, and along with CSS3 features, and JavaScript. So we will discuss about in-depth knowledge of JavaScript, and then we will discuss about React.js. So before discussing React.js, then we have to discuss about ECMAScript related features. So maybe ES6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So these features also we will cover because these features are very important for the React.js. But before that, you should aware of JavaScript. Without knowing JavaScript knowledge, we can't do anything in nowadays, because normally JavaScript related technologies like jQuery, Angular, React.js, Vue.js, Ember.js, Node.js, even database side also MongoDB we are using. So this JavaScript technology. Okay, so before that, just we will discuss about first what is HTML. So why we have to use HTML, we will discuss. Okay, fine.
Okay, so that means Suresh, आज हम लोग HTML cover करने वाले हैं, right?
Yeah, just a second, your voice is letting a little bit low.
Okay, so आज हम लोग HTML cover करने वाले हैं, right?
Yes, I want to try to cover here HTML. So what is the HTML and what is the uses of HTML? Is there any drawbacks of HTML and how can we write the HTML program? I will try to cover all those things. Okay, so first, what is HTML? We will discuss. So HTML का मतलब hypertext markup language. Okay, so HTML stands for hypertext markup language. So just we will write like this. So why we have to use HTML? If you want to create any web structure or if you want to display any content, then we will use this HTML. Okay, so now the main purpose of HTML is to create the structure of the web page. I will show you practically and display the content. Okay, so in the web browser, we know web browsers, right? So like we have Chrome browser, Internet Explorer, so Opera, so all these browsers we can use it for the web development. So here the main purpose of this HTML is we are creating the structure and display the content. So these are the basic things for developing HTML. Okay, so for example, so let me create one website. Okay, so this is one website. Okay, so in that we are providing the one header part. So this is footer part. So this is some navigation. So by using HTML, we have created the structure of the web page. right? So header part, navigation, footer, and as well as body. So here I want to write some content also. For example, here, if you provide home, so or pipe symbol I'm using, so contact us. So these are the navigation links, means indirectly we are providing some content, right? If you want to provide the content, then again we have to use the HTML. So that is the things we have highlighted here. So created the structure and display the content. So that content maybe sometimes we can provide images also, right? So for example, if I want to provide any logo, so that is also one type of content, image content. So means we will provide the heading of that particular project. For example, so e-banking or e-hospital, something, any website I want to create. So that hospital related logo we want to display. And as well as we want to display the complete doctors, patients, nurses, appointments, these type of information also we can provide by using HTML, right? So these all things are nothing but content. So doctors info, patients info, okay, nurses info, and appointments. If you want, we can provide a registration of, so doctors, patients, nurses, all those things we can provide. Okay, so this is nothing but just we have provided the content. Even if you want, you can provide the content for the footer also. Just we will write copyrights. So 2021 skillage, all rights reserved. Something we will write. Okay, just let me expand. Okay, so like this, we will provide the content.
Yeah, so one question here. So HTML, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, your voice is breaking and it is very slow, Ranbir.
Okay, so I think
Just a second.
HTML is the only language.
Just a second.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, go ahead, Pranabir. Yeah, you can unmute.
Okay, so am I audible now?
Yeah, now it is audible.
So correct me if I'm wrong. So मुझे जो लगता है कि HTML is the only standard and markup language जो browser support करते हैं. इसके अलावा हम लोग markup के लिए और भी कोई language use कर सकते हैं क्या?
Yeah, so we can use different markup languages would be there in industry, but we prefer mostly in real time, so HTML. Okay, but we have different languages would be there, but those all are so not suitable for the like real time level. So mostly 99.99% is in real time we will use only HTML. So if you want to go for the same similar things, we can use so like JSPs, ASPs, but they will also include these markup languages only internally.
Right.
Okay, fine. Yeah, so here, whenever we have to click the doctor's information, so then we have to write here one doctor image, and then we have to display that doctor related information here. So this is also similar to, so that doctor's related information and image. This is also content, right? So this whole thing is nothing but structure of the web page and display the content. So by using this hypertext markup language, we can develop these things. Okay, so we will see real time one example. You can take anything. Okay, so best example is Amazon or Flipkart. You can take anything here. So if you observe, so first initially, so they have created the structure, one header, some navigation is there, so so menu bar, something they have provided here, and after that some body is there, and finally so they have provided footer content, right? So every web application, so they will use internally HTML only. So by using HTML they can create the structure and they will provide the content, right? So next one, so we will go for the advantages of HTML. So why we have to use HTML, okay? And moreover, so what are the drawbacks of HTML also we will cover, okay? Fine. And the most thing, so whenever we have to write the HTML program and the program is not case sensitive, means, for example, so whenever we have to start the HTML program, first, so let me write one simple HTML program, then you can understand. Okay, so first, whenever we have to start HTML program, so we have to indicate the so doc type. So doc type is nothing but document type. So this doc type indicates so HTML version. So which version we are using for this HTML? So whether HTML 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So present we are using HTML 5. And moreover, this is by default. Even if you did not write also, so it will take care about HTML 5. Okay, and now this HTML root tag is HTML. So this, whenever we have to start the HTML, we have to close the tag, same HTML tag along with this slash. Okay, so this is open tag, this is close tag. Okay, so just I'm trying to highlight that slash. Okay, this is start tag, this is end tag. So this HTML is having two sections. One is head section. So whenever we have to open the tag, we have to close the tag. So immediately, and HTML is having one more section, that is body section. Okay, so we have opened the tag and we have closed the tag. So inside the body, I want to write some data. Okay, so that data may be, so welcome to so HTML program, something I'm writing. Okay, so inside head, what type of data we will provide. Okay, so at present we are writing only title of the web page. Okay, so let me write down title. Okay, so this title maybe we can write first program. Okay, so let me explain each and everything one more time. So whenever we have to write the simple HTML program, we will write the version of the HTML. So we are giving instructions to the browser which version of HTML we are using. And moreover, this is by default if you use HTML5. Okay, and HTML5 is the latest version for HTML. Earlier we have used 1, 2, 3, 4, but those all are old. Okay, still HTML5 supports all the old one, and along with they have given some extra features inside the HTML5. So we will discuss all those things in this class. Okay, don't worry. Yeah, here come to the every HTML page is having one root tag, so that is HTML start tag and HTML end tag. So this HTML root tag is having two sections. So one is head section. So another one is body section. Okay. So this head section is indicates so which type of this web page. Means, for example, I have created even Amazon, right? See, if you mouse over here, title online shopping site in India, shop something, some message is displaying, right? For identification of tab, browser tab. So for that here, WhatsApp is there. That is the title. Here, online shopping site is there. So that is the title. So that is document related title. So what we are writing this program here, so this is one document, HTML document. Okay, so this HTML document is having group of tags, right? So this is one tag, this is another tag, this is closing, this is another tag. We are writing group of tags. Okay, so document is nothing but just group of tags, and each and every tag is having individual meaning. Okay, so at present I'm writing so document.
मुझे सवाल आया सुरेश।
Yeah,
So
group of tags. Okay, you can ask Pranvi.
ये जो HTML या जितने भी हम लोग टैग्स यूज कर रहे हैं मतलब ये टैग्स हम लोग
Yes.
यूज कर रहे हैं उसके अंदर जो आपने थोड़ी देर पहले जो बोले कि कंटेंट्स को रखते हैं, तो वो कंटेंट को ही हम लोग एक टैग्स के अंदर मेंशन करते हैं। और एक टैग्स के अंदर मल्टीपल टैग्स भी हो सकते हैं, लाइक नेस्टेड
Yes. Yes.
काइंड ऑफ टैग्स भी हो सकते हैं। ओके,
Yeah.
एंड और
Yes.
एक चीज मुझे
Certainly.
पता चला कि ये हेड सेक्शन पे जो भी चीजें हम लोग लिख रहे हैं, वो ब्राउजर के जो टॉप जो एड्रेस बार के जो ऊपर वाला सेक्शन है या हेड वाले पार्ट में काम कर रहे हैं। बॉडी में जो जो चीजें लिखे जाते हैं वो एच ब्राउजर के जो बॉडी वाला सेक्शन है जो विजिबल होते हैं नॉर्मली, उसमें उसके वो सब कंटेंट्स हम बॉडी में रखते हैं, राइट?
Yes, yes. I will explain each and everything, those things. Just I have written simple program. Now I will explain one by one. So where we have to display title and where we have to display that body related content. So we will discuss one by one now. And moreover, what is document, what is tag, what is element, what is attribute, all those things we will discuss once we write the simple program. Okay. So we have written this simple program. So inside the head, I have given title. Inside the body I have given some data, right? We will save this one. So generally whenever we have to write the HTML program, so normally we can use, so basic editor is Notepad. So you can use, so editors Notepad, Notepad plus plus. So even if you want to go for a little bit higher, so we will use, so Visual Studio Code and then Atom, Sublime. So these all things we can use as a front-end developer. If you are a full stack developer, then based on the requirement, if you are a backend developer as a Python or Java or .NET, based on that, they can use NetBeans, Eclipse, so PyChart, something based on that, they can use different editors. Okay, sometimes they may use IDEs, integrated development. Okay, so now let me explain. So those editors of HTML. So simple thing we can use, so Notepad. So if you want, we can use Notepad++. So normally we will use Visual Studio Code, that is VS Code. Okay. Okay. If you want Visual Studio Code. Okay. So Atom, Sublime. So if you want to go for a little bit higher, Eclipse. So normally Java people they will use. So then we will use, so NetBeans. Okay, so these type of IDEs also they can use. So we will call it as at present all our editors only. Some members they may use brackets. So live preview would be there. So that is the reason they will use this brackets also sometimes. Okay, so now we will save. So one of the simple editor that is Notepad. Okay, let me open Notepad. Okay, I want to save that program. So what we have written inside the paint I'm writing, I want to save this program by using, so .htm or .html is the extension. For example, I'm writing first program .htm. This is the latest approach. HTML is the old approach. I'm trying to save that file anywhere as you wish. At present, I'm storing that file into desktop. Okay, so it will convert by default by the your operating system browser. So for example, your operating system may be IE or maybe Firefox, maybe Opera, based on your operating system settings. Okay, so now let me run that file. So I have double clicked that file and it will display the output. So if you observe here, see, whatever the data we are writing inside the HTML head section would be there, right? So in that we have provided the title tag. So this title is nothing but title of the web page. So in that we are writing first program. So that first program is displaying here. So same as, so here Amazon online shopping site. So WhatsApp is the title. So based on our requirement, we will provide the, so this particular title. Okay, so then come to the body. If you change first program 2.0, save it, So then go to the here and refresh. So first program 2.0. So it's got updated the title, right? So that is the advantage of title of the web page. I will explain each and every time. So inside the body, we are writing some data. That data will display inside the browser body. So that is welcome to HTML programs. So this is the simple program. So now let me explain. So exactly, so what is the tag and what are the uses of those tags one by one. Okay, first. So doc type. So HTML. So if you want, we can change the case also, no issues, because HTML is not case sensitive. You can use capital case, you can use small case, anything. For example, so HTML, we are starting, right? So, and we can close with capital HTML, no issues, because HTML is not case sensitive. Case sensitive means we have to identify each and every character. Clear approach means whether it is capital case or small case, we need to identify. But not case sensitive means as you wish. You can write any case. So small case, capital case, as you wish. Okay, right. So this line of statement, why we have written? So just so we are giving instructions to the browser which version of the HTML we are using. Okay, so it is so used for instructions. So instructions to the web browser about so which version of HTML we are using. Yeah, Pranbir, are you there?
Yes, yes, I'm here.
Okay, okay, fine. So which version of we are using? Okay, so second one, we have used HTML tag. What is the advantage of this root tag? So just so entire HTML page or HTML document, this is the root one, means main one. So element, HTML element is the root element of an HTML page. So head section, right? So head tag, what is the advantage of head tag? So this element contains, so don't confuse element and tag here. I will describe clearly what is document, what is element, what is tag, and what is attribute. Okay, don't worry. So this element contains, so just meta information. What is meta? Okay, I will explain. So meta information, so of the HTML page. So generally meta means data inside some another data should be there. For example, if you write any JavaScript code, any CSS code, that code will not write it here. So we will write somewhere else. So that type of things, we will call it as meta information. Sometimes in our HTML programming language, we will use meta information for the keywords, description, okay, author. So these type of things we can use inside the meta tag also. We will see all those things, okay? So next one, title. So what is the use of title tag? So it would be a title of the document, okay? So this element, okay, so is used for so title of the document, that HTML document, and body tag. Okay, so what is the use of body tag or element? So it contains the visible part of the particular browser. So this is the actual visual part, right? Until here, from here to here, right? So that thing we will write inside the body section. Okay, so this body element so is used to the visible content of the web page. Okay, so next one, so if you write any tags inside the body, for example, we can write paragraphs, we can write div tags, we can write heading tags, anything we can write it. Okay, sometimes what will happen, I don't want to display this data. So then what will happen? Let me explain. So here I'm writing welcome to HTML programs. After that, I'm trying to provide one small tag. Okay, so I want to provide the some paragraph related tag. Okay, here I want to write some tag. So skill aids. Okay, so provides so training for okay full stack development. Okay, something so Python and as well as UI development. So just I'm writing one paragraph. So inside that I'm providing so some text. Okay, so don't worry. At present, we are using basic editor. In future, we will use this Visual Studio Code. It is too good. So, and it looks looking wise also, it is too good compared to the this notepad and all. Okay, don't worry. But initial stage, you need to understand, right? So for that, we are explaining through notepad. Okay, fine. So Skill Edge provides training for full stack development. I have put inside the paragraph tab. Okay, now, so you can remove if you want to keep it, no issues. But if you want to apply any styles or something later stage, it doesn't applicable. So now if you provide inside the paragraph, now we can do something for this tag. We can do the manipulations, means modifications. So we can apply the styles, we can remove, we can add the content between that sentence. We can do anything later stage by using JavaScript. So for that, so every text we have to keep inside one tag. Okay, at present, some paragraph we have provided between the P tag. P means paragraph tag. Okay, fine. So now, so just let me provide just here one more, that is P tag. So what is that? So this element so defines paragraph content in the web page. So sometimes what will happen, so just remove all these things. Let me so run this program again. See, Skill Edge provides training for full stack development that paragraph data is displaying. And I want to provide so one more paragraph. Okay, something so full stack development and also some business related things also they are doing. Okay, so just let me write down that paragraph text. So business operations. Okay, so and also business operations, something I'm writing two paragraphs. Just see. So this is one paragraph. Paragraph means it will give the next line, right? The similar way, so another paragraph it is displaying like this. But sometimes someone has written this code, but they went to outside of that organization. But unexpectedly, so we don't want to display this data. So we should not remove this data. Just remember this point is very important in real time. So just we have to comment this data. So whenever we have to comment, so this is the way we have to comment the HTML program. So less than, exclamatory, hyphen hyphen, and hyphen hyphen greater than symbol. So then what will happen? It will not display so comment line. So this is HTML comment. So if you put our code inside the HTML comments, then it will not display inside the browser. See? But don't delete the data. So don't delete any code in real time. Okay, just remember that thing. And moreover, whenever we have to write some program, so we have to write the comment, then what is the uses of that particular program? So we have to write the comments. In real time, generally, we have to use the, so which user is writing that particular program? What is the version? So in which quarter we have to write that code? Like some versions would be there. For example, in the year we have developed one project, so we have split it into 4 quarters. Okay, so quarter is nothing but 3 months, right? So just so that type of versions we have to mention at the time of programming. Okay, so finally, so whenever we don't want required, so then we have to use the comments in the HTML. So comments are not displayed by the browser. but it is very useful in real time. Okay, so now we will discuss about so what is element, so what is tag, what is attribute, and what is document. So we know already what are the things we have written this whole program, right? So this is nothing but one HTML document. Okay, so now we will write one by one. So document, so element, tag, and attribute. So just now we have seen document is nothing but, so from HTML head, the title, body, all these tags we are combining and writing one single program, right? So that is nothing but document. So means, so group of tags we can write or group of elements. So you will get confused, right? What is element and what is tag? Now I will give you the better clarification here. Okay, so now just let me write so one tag. So as you wish, we can write any tag. So now I want to create one anchor tag. So anchor tag, why we have to use anchor tag? So if you want to specify any link, so if I click on any links, so then I want to display some information, right? So for that, we have to use anchor tags. Okay, so now let me provide so that anchor tag syntax here. Okay, it is moving. Okay, fine, no issues. Yeah, so now let me provide one anchor tag. So this is like paragraph, we have used p tag, right? Similar way, so we are writing one link. So that link name is home link or otherwise Amazon link. So something we can provide one of the link. So whenever we have to click on this Amazon, then it will go to the Amazon web page, right? So for that, we have to use links. Sometimes if I want to click on this link, then it will go to the another web page. So inside our program, inside our application only. Okay. So for example, so they have given one attribute name that is href. So this is start tag. This is attribute name. So what we are writing inside, that is attribute value. That is, for example, www.amazon.in. Okay. So after that, we have written one link name that is Amazon and we have closed. Okay. So now let me explain clearly this tag. So which one is the element? So which one is the tag? Which one is the attribute? So this whole thing would be there, right? From here to here. So this is nothing but element. From, so A, we have started ending with A. Whole thing is nothing but element. Okay, so coming to the only starting with A and closing with A. So this is start tag. This is end tag. So this is end tag. Okay, so now start tag is over. So element is over, end tag is over. So where is attribute? So this whole thing is attribute. So what are the things we have seen here, right? From here to here, from href to, so we are writing and until amazon.in. So this whole thing is nothing but one attribute. So here again, attribute is split into two parts. So that is attribute name and second one is the attribute value. So here we can call it as, so from here to here, href is the attribute name. So this is attribute value. Okay, so if you want, we can mention those things. So we can use this one for draw.io, but font size, whenever we have to use So writing some text, this is very looking good. So that is the reason I'm using. Yeah, this is attribute name and this is attribute value. And moreover, whenever we have to write the attribute name and attribute value, so we have to separate it with the equal symbol. Okay, and attribute value also, sometimes we may provide quotes, sometimes we may not provide the quotes based on the requirement. I will tell you where we have to use and where we should not use. Okay, so this is the guys. So document is nothing but whatever the tags we are writing, all those things, that is nothing but so document. So coming to the element, so from starting onwards until end, that is nothing but element. So start tag and end tag. So in the anchor, here is the start tag. So this is the end tag. So after opening the start tag, we have to write the attributes. So if you want to give one more attribute, then we have to give the space. Then we have to provide the one more attribute. Okay, so this is the way we have to create the so elements, attributes, and as well as so document everything. So now we will write simple heading tags. How can we use it in this HTML program? We will see now. Okay, so till now we have learned only fundamentals of HTML program. So now onwards, we will write one by one examples. Okay, first example, we will see heading tags.
So Suresh, I have one question here. So आपने जो ये
Yeah.
attribute बोले, so एक HTML tag के अंदर multiple attributes जो हो सकते हैं, right? या फिर एक ही allow है ऐसा?
Yes, we can use multiple attributes also separated with space. We can use how many attributes are there. So we can use those many attributes. Some global attributes would be there. Some recommended attributes for the particular tag also it would be there. So we will discuss all those things in the later stage. Yeah. So
मतलब tag
attribute, the main.
specific होते हैं ये attributes.
Yes, for example, anchor tag is there. So href is the so mandatory attribute. Target is one more attribute would be there. So these all are mandatory attributes. Sometimes global attributes would be there. Style is there, global attribute. Class is there, global attribute. We can use for any tag those attributes. But href, so this, what is that target? These all are specific to the anchor tags. Okay, we will discuss those things later stage, but the main advantage of attributes are it will give the more information for the particular tag. Okay, fine. So now let me use another editor. So here, let me try to use now onwards Visual Studio Code. Just how to download Visual Studio Code, let me explain. Okay, so code.visualstudio.com. Okay, so you can download for the Windows directly. So then you can execute, you know the process, just download, execute, next, next, next. So don't change even C drive also. If you want, you can change the path. So just directly next, 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 finish. That's it. So we should not change anything. Okay, so after that, it will display like this. Okay, so just it will display empty thing like this. So now what we have to do? So now before that, let me create the one web structure. So then you can understand how exactly we can create one web structure. Okay, fine. So web application structure. Okay, first let me create same thing what we have created earlier. E-hospital something. Okay, something e-hospitals. This is our project name. So this project is having so different folders, right? So let me create those folders. So first one, all HTML files we have to provide. So you can write HTML files. Okay, so generally in real time we will use pages folder. Okay, let me write it like this for better understanding. Later we will change. CSS files means style sheet related files we will provide inside the CSS. JavaScript files we have to provide inside the some JS folder. JS means JavaScript shortcut. And then all the images I want to provide. So inside the images folder. And finally, if you want to place like Word file, PDF files, all those things inside the others folder. Okay, so if generally, so instead of HTML files, we can write in real time. So pages folder, all the HTML files, we can provide pages folder. Okay, so here again, this pages folder, we can write so multiple HTML files. Okay, at present, I'm writing only 2 HTML files. So if you want, you can write so 3 HTML files. 1.html. So I told you, right, we can write 2.html also extension. And third one is so 3.html or htm as you wish. Okay, so extension can be anything. Similar way, we can use CSS. So 1.css, 2.css. So inside that, I'm writing extension is so .css. We will discuss those things later. Just I'm writing the web structure. Just remember these things. So inside the JavaScript, we can provide so different JavaScript files. So I'm writing so 1.js, 2.js. Why I'm writing 1, 2? You can understand. So different JS files we can use different CSS files. So images we can write so JPG, GIF files as you wish. You can provide anything. So just I'm writing simply so JPG one, another one is PNG. Something 1.jpg, 2.png I'm writing is the extension. So last one, our resume we want to keep. So for that, I want to provide so PDF and Word files. Or otherwise we will write so resume.word file or something txt if you want. And second one is okay. Okay, so second one is we have to use some react.pdf. So this is the way you have to provide the web application structure. We will create physically in our application. Let me create in the desktop for better understanding. New. So project name is e-hospitals. Okay. So here I'm trying to create same folders. All HTML files I want to create pages folder. So if you want, let me increase large icons. So here second one is so CSS files. Third one is JavaScript. Fourth one is we have to provide images. And fifth one is the others. Okay, so we can create it like this. If you want, we can import this entire project into Visual Studio Code. So just now we have installed Visual Studio Code, right? So file, open folder. So e-hospitals where it is there. So just click on here, select folder. So that whole structure will come to the here. If you observe, see, e-hospitals is the project name. So inside these are the folders are available. So now where we want to create the HTML files inside the pages, just click on that folder. And this is for creating file, new file. Just click on this. I want to create first program. So first program .htm or .html. See, if you provide HTM, immediately it will give the less than. So if you write only HT, then it will not give. Means Either HTML or HTML, both are same. No issues. You can use that is old approach HTML. HTML is the latest approach. That's it. So we will copy paste as this example. So I think somewhere I have written. All right. Okay, let me do it fast for better understanding. You can understand easily. So now I don't want to write the doc type HTML because that is by default. So HTML head body. So whenever I'm writing body, so end tag is automatically coming in the Visual Studio Code, right? So inside the head, I'm trying to write title of the web page. So now we are learning heading tags. This is the first example. We have seen sample HTML program. So now onwards, we are writing actual tags inside the HTML program. So body, so now I will try to use heading tags. H1, so just I'm writing one heading, okay? Skill age, heading 1. Okay, similar way, I want to create so different headings. Skill age heading 2, skill age heading 3, skill age heading 4, heading 5, age 5, 6. So these are the 6 types are available, but H7 option is not available. So they have given only 6 headings, H3, H3, so H4, so this is H4, this is H5, and this is H5, H6, this is H6. Okay, so just inside the body, so leave it about remaining tags inside the head section. So remaining tags we will provide. So one more is meta tag, and other tags are JavaScript and CSS. We will try to cover at the time of JavaScript and CSS those tags, but concentrate on. So in the head section we will provide in the HTML level only title and meta tags, but script related, CSS related tags we will write at the time of CSS and JavaScript. Okay, so inside the body we will write remaining all tags except those 4 tags: title, meta, script, link. These are the 4 tags are available inside the head. Other than those 4 tags, we will write all the tags inside the body section only. Okay, so at present I'm writing only H1 to H6 heading tags. Save this program. So go to the here. This is the extension inside the Visual Studio Code. Listen carefully. This is very important. So extensions, if you click on here, so you have to search with live server. Okay, so if you click on live server, then click on that. So here uninstall is there right now because I have already installed. So for you, it will come install. For me, it is uninstalled because I have already installed. So just if you click on install, then automatically install the live server. So once it is done, then what is the advantage, you know? So every time we have to go to the physical path, means where it is exactly that program is available, and run this program. Okay, so this is the way we have to do it. But now onwards, I don't want to do like that. Okay, so what we have to do, I want to right click here, open with live server. Okay, so just click on this, open with live server, then automatically the browser will open. So no need to go to the physical path. It will take some port number, then it will execute. So now concentration on, so what are the tags and what is the uses of these tags? Okay, so if you want to change, you can change 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So did you observe anything here? So H1 tag is giving large font size. H2 tag, so font size is a little bit reduced. So like that, it will decrease from top to bottom. So H1 is the large font size and H6 is the small font size. From H1 to H6, it will decrease the font size. Okay, so when we have to use this heading tags, So whenever it is required headings inside our web page, sometimes headings, sometimes side headings, for those reasons, we will use these things. Okay,
Suresh, I
so
have one
now,
question.
yeah,
It's not a question.
yeah, Pranabir,
So
you
I
can
would like
ask.
to highlight something here. So एक चीज
Okay,
मैं देख रहा हूँ कि यहाँ पर बहुत सारे टैग्स हैं HTML पे, बट एक चीज
okay,
बहुत अच्छी है कि जैसे हेडिंग टैग है तो H से स्टार्ट होता है, तो ये टैग्स भी H से स्टार्ट हो रहा है, H1 H2 H3 है। जब पैराग्राफ टैग है तो वो भी पैराग्राफ P से स्टार्ट हो रहा है, तो वो टैग्स भी P से ही है। एंकर टैग भी A से स्टार्ट है। तो मतलब ये रिमेम्बर करना या मेमोराइज करना इतना टफ नहीं है, राइट? कि ये सिमिलर है एक्चुअली, जो जो चीज करना बेसिकली टैग्स भी उसके रिलेटेड ही है। एग्जैक्ट वो एक या दो वर्ड्स ऐसे ही सिर्फ दिख रहा है, राइट?
yeah. Yeah, so generally paragraph tag, it is giving by default some font size would be there. So based on that, it will display that tag. But when we have to use the paragraph tag, so normally whenever we have to provide the paragraph content, so then it will display that particular paragraph related information inside the paragraph tag. So for example, let me write here, okay, explain here one thing, then you can understand clearly. So when we have to use paragraph, when we have to use headings, for example, skills, tutorials, something I'm providing. So this is heading. So after that, I'm writing small font size. I want to take it. So for example, here, so I may provide less font size. Okay, where is that? So here, let me provide some 16. Here I'm providing, okay, front-end development. See here, this is the highlighted one, heading tags we have used. Okay, after that, little bit side heading tag. So then onwards, we have to provide so some text content, right? Some paragraphs I want to provide. Some blah, blah, blah. So front-end development is having, so HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and TypeScript, Angular, Bootstrap, React.js, all these technologies and technologies related information. I want to write some paragraph. So if you observe, this is heading tag, H1 we can use. So this is like we have used side heading, right? We may use H3 tag. So, but here I'm trying to use some paragraph content, then we have to use the paragraph. So because of these differences, so how the way of approach we want to display in the web page, so based on that, we have to use the tags. So here we are using especially for a heading level, maybe font size. So based upon that, we have seen just now. So based on how much size is required, based upon that, we have to write it. And moreover, it will display little bit bold. So if you observe paragraph here, this is a normal paragraph content I'm writing. Okay, just save it. Just run the file. See, there is no bold here. So it is a little bit strong, right? Some boldness is there, but font size is reduced from top to bottom. But this is normal text content. So this is the way. So in which scenarios, in which tag we have to use, we need to identify. So based upon that, we have to write the content. Okay, fine, right? So now we will move to the self-closing tags. Okay. So what are self-closing tags? Generally, whenever we have to write any tag, so we have to write the start tag and we have to close with the tag. For example, so if you write HTML tag, we have to close with HTML. So if you write body tag, and we have to close with body tag. But some tags, if you write any tag, okay, then no need to close the tag. Or we can write like this. Self-closing means we need not to write extra tag name and write it like slash, the tag name not required. So we may write, so generally this is the tag name, open, and this is a closure tag name. We are using like the same approach, right? But now onwards, if you do not write any content, then what is the use of this one? So for that, they have given some self-closing tags like this. So what are those self-closing tags? So we have multiple, but we will use generally horizontal row, break tag, image tag, input tag. So these tags we will use, and image tag, and so that input tags we will discuss separately, but at present I will discuss about horizontal row and break tags. Okay, we will see. So these are the things we will use regularly. So HR means horizontal row. So no need to write again HR like this. So we have to write it directly self-closing like this, or we can use like this also, no issues. Okay. So I think the font size is reduced. 22. Okay, fine. So, and one more. So horizontal row, break tag. So no need to write break tag like this. So just write down like this, or even if you did not provide also, no issues. Okay, similar way, image, input. So these are the tags mainly we will use in real time. Okay, but this is also we can't use much more. So instead of break tag, we will use pre tag. We can avoid these break tags because every line, so every line of statement, if you want to write separately in another line, then we have to use the breaks. We will see now. Okay, so for example, so this H1, H2, H3, H4, these things we did not give break, but still it is displaying one by one. What is the magic? So, but if you write any tag inside the paragraph, just see here, even, so if you write some content paragraph, if you write one more paragraph, even though, so this paragraph also, it will display one by one. See? Second thing, it is displaying, but if I write something here, okay, just leave it about these things. I will explain detail what is block level element and what is inline element, but just think about we are writing simple span hello. Okay, if you write something and after that, if you write one more span down, so what is span? Don't worry. So how are you? Some data is there. Now check it out, last two tags, then you can understand. See, hello, how are you, something. It is displaying side by side. Sir, I did not write any break tag, but still it is displaying one by one. But even the same way, I have written the same thing, spans, two spans, but it is displaying side by side. Means some difference is there, block level elements and inline elements. So these all are comes under block level elements. So whenever we have to start the tag and end the tag, so then immediately it will display in the next line if you write one more. But even though if you write next line, but still it will display side by side because this is inline statements. Okay, so I will discuss detail what is block level and what is inline statements in the tomorrow session. Okay, means next session. But now let me explain about so those horizontal row and break. Okay, so just comment this one. Okay, I want to write some paragraph. Okay, so I want to write some content. Skill aids provides so HTML information, but I want after skill aids provides, I need so this HTML information in the next line. So for that we have to use break. So now check it out. So normally how it looks like. Okay, so now just remove this break first. See, it is displaying side by side. But whenever we have to provide the break tag, then so this information will come in the next line. So that is the advantage of break. It will move the next line. Okay, so it will occupy the, from that place, it will occupy the entire row and it will start from the next line if you use break. Okay, so break the line in a paragraph. So coming to the horizontal row, for example, I'm writing one heading tag. So skill aids something tutorials. But after that, I'm providing one horizontal row. So then how it looks like, we will see. See, if you observe skill aids tutorial something, so some horizontal row means that horizontal line is coming because of this HR. So then skill edge provides HTML information. So that is data. We have written paragraph, but I need to display this HTML information in the next line. So for that, I have used break tag. Okay, fine. So these are the simple tags we have used. But tomorrow session, so in the next session, we will use, so what exactly the tags would be available inside the entire HTML, like anchor tags, table tags, unordered list, order list, what is that block level elements, what are the inline elements, how to create the registration form, all those things we will discuss first. So then once completion of all the HTML related stuff, then we will move to the HTML5 features. Okay, fine guys. So we will discuss again next session. So reminding all the tags of HTML. So I have discussed only basics, how to create HTML program. So what is the web application structure and what are the self-closing tags are available, and each and every tag, what is the advantage? Okay, and now finally I will discuss about, so these programs we are writing and display the data, right? But this whole code is, it would be visible is the end user. So means whatever the code we are writing, this code is visible to the end user. See, view page source. If you observe, so that entire code is, we are able to see. But actually I have so opened through, so that Visual Studio Live server, that is the reason we are getting this much. Okay, let me go to the physical location. Okay, so view page source. See, so whatever the code we have written, that whole code is visible. Even if you go for Amazon website, so view page source would be there. So what is the shortcut of view page source? Control U. So that entire Amazon website code we are able to see. So what is the use of websites preparation? So we are able to see the entire code. Then we can hack the code, right? Only front-end code we can see, means there is no security code like transactions. So this banking related stuff, payment related stuff, all those things we will write backend side, backend technologies like Java, .NET, Python. So that's why, so front-end technologies, so one of the biggest drawback is no code security. Okay, so and moreover, so whatever the data we are writing, so inside this, so whole thing is static. So you need to understand what is static and what is dynamic, right? So for example, if you observe Facebook is there. So this Facebook, this login page, starting page, it would be common for all the user across the world, right? So everyone will open facebook.com, then it will open this page only. Okay, so for example, if I open HDFC net banking something, so any user, if I open HDFC net banking, so it will display this. Okay, it is not, it going to be somewhere else. Is that okay? It's going to be HDFC bank only. Okay, let me open. Yeah, so this one, every user will access the same page. This is nothing but static web page. But so once we enter into the customer ID and password in the Facebook level, if you open username and password, dynamically will change the dashboard based on the user, based on the customer ID. So that particular customer related information will display inside that dashboard. Maybe he has 1 lakh rupee saving amount. So other person he has only 10,000 rupees. So that data is changing, right? So that is nothing but dynamic web pages. So this is nothing but static web pages. Okay, so if keep on changing, even withdraw some amount in the ATM, but it automatically reflect into our web page. So that is nothing but somewhere we have modified, but it is reflecting into in the your mobile or your desk, what is that, desktop or some laptop. Whenever we have to open that web page, so then it will change that value. So dynamically changing the value. So means we can create dynamic web pages. But by using HTML, we can create only static web pages. So these are the biggest drawbacks in where HTML. So not only HTML, front end technologies, drawback. So one is no code security. So whenever we have to click on control plus U, it will display entire code. Second one, we can create only static web pages. It will not change. If you change somewhere else, it would be fixed. So only technical people only can change that data. So go to that particular program and we have to modify. But if it dynamic web pages, some persons, they may change Excel sheet. That Excel sheet, we have to fetch it from by using JavaScript or Java or Python. So that is nothing but dynamically we are changing. So we are changing in the Excel sheet, but it is modifying inside our web page. So that is nothing but dynamic web pages. So based on the credentials, it will display different dashboards. Okay, so that's it, guys. So tomorrow we will discuss about remaining tags. So we have discussed about what is HTML. So what are the disadvantages of HTML, and basic tags of HTML we have discussed, and what are the editors we have to use it, and what exactly the web application structure we have covered. Right? So now onwards, we will use only Visual Studio Code. So we can use this code, Visual Studio Code, and we will develop the HTML, CSS, JavaScript applications. Okay, so thank you guys. So yeah, sure, it's over. Yeah, so to next class, we will discuss about remaining tags. Thank you so much. Bye.
Okay. Thanks, Krish, for this wonderful class. I hope सबको समझ में आ गया कि बहुत ही easy language आपने use करके इतने सारी चीज़ों को इतने अच्छी तरह से explain किए। एंड मैं सारे स्टूडेंट्स को बताना चाहूँगा कि आप लोगों को जितने भी डाउट्स हैं, ठीक है, अगर किसी भी पार्ट समझ नहीं आ रहे, feel free to post your questions, okay, in the groups,
Yeah.
okay. और हम लोग जो है
Yeah,
अलग
yeah,
से
sure.
डाउट क्लियरिंग सेशन कंडक्ट करने वाले हैं, जहाँ पे सुरेश
Yes.
जी जो है वो आपके साथ बात करेंगे और आपको जो है और भी अच्छी तरह से कैसे समझा समझा देंगे। Okay.
Yeah. So Pranabir, one more thing. So whenever they will ask doubts, right? So then we will give the better clarity on those doubts. For example, if they ask any H1 tag, something, if they ask, so then we can better clarity we can give at the time of doubts classes. But normal regular classes, we will explain each and everything. So if anyone is having special doubt on particular tag or something, so we will give more clarity on that. So then it would be helpful for the students. Easily
Right.
they can understand.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Thank you, Pranbir.
Okay. Thanks, Suresh. Thanks for your time. Bye bye.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.